Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kalan from White Glove Models and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas and a very, very happy New Year. Today we are going to actually be doing, yes, believe it or not, part 2 of the MPC 1967 Pontiac GTO. It's been a long time. I know. I think it might have been either back in September or October that I did the last video for this, and I apologize. It's been so long. Today is January 7th, and so this video is most likely going out. So tomorrow's Saturday, the 8th. So on the 8th of January. So here all this time I've been thinking, oh my gosh, I got to go through and compile all this video and edit it. And lo and behold, when I pulled open the file, not only did I have a bunch of the recorded stuff that I thought I was going to have to go through and edit, but apparently back in October I had done an update. So at the end of the video, you will be seeing a different me. Don't worry, it is me. It looks like my twin brother, but nope, I promise it is just past me from December or October. So yeah, so that was something that apparently I had put together in October and had not gotten out to you guys. So now the sequence of events will kind of make a little bit more sense for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the workbench and show you guys some of the progress that we actually have done. And the majority of this video is actually going to be taking place in the paint booth. And so I'm going to have to voice over most of that just because the compressor and the air gun just make too much noise to try to keep any of that sound recording. So I hope you guys enjoy part 2, finally, of the 1967 Pontiac GTO by MPC. And let's head over to the spray booth and get caught up. So at this point, things kind of went south. As you can see, I ended up losing the entire body. It fell off the stand, which apparently I didn't remember, because later on you'll see I remember things a little bit differently. So anyways, at this point I decided to scrap it and just let it dry, and I'll deal with it later. Moving on. Kind of at this point, I wasn't happy with the color I was using, and I'm sorry I don't remember what color it was, but it was a Tamiya and I wasn't happy with it. So I ended up changing the game plan and went with a Vallejo oily steel, which I ended up liking a lot better. Hey friends, how's it going? I just want to take a quick moment to talk about Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. If you're not familiar with those, they are fairly similar. Buy Me a Coffee, you can become a member of the channel in different stages, and it starts at $1. Also with Patreon, it does start at $1 for a pledge for $1 a month, or however much you choose to help support the channel. And basically what it does is it gives you access to stuff that I won't be posting on social media or on YouTube, that won't be available for anybody else but members and patrons and Buy Me a Coffee members of the channel. So if you're interested in helping support the channel, and basically that money just goes right back into these videos and helping me produce better content, helping me purchase equipment or new models, or just keeping the lights on. So there's a link right here on the screen for you guys for both Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. You'll see that one here in just a moment. And there's also a link down below in the description below of the video, and it should be in all of my videos. It has a link to the Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee accounts. And if you'd like to head over and check those out and just kind of see what it's all about, there's no harm in doing that. And if you'd like to help support the channel in any way possible, it is very much appreciated. And I would like to take a special moment to give a huge shout out to our very first patron, Ian Campbell. Thank you so much, Ian. Ian has already done a lot for the channel already. He is a wonderful guy, and he owns Partwork Upgrades in the UK. And Ian is also helping me at the moment try to get a new logo made up for the channel. So big shout out to Ian Campbell, the very first patron of the channel, and I do appreciate you so very much. Other than that, let's head back and see where we were with the video. Hey guys, this is Kalan with White Glove Models. Just want to do a quick update here on the GTO for you guys, and kind of show you where I'm at and what's going to be happening here in the next few days. So hopefully in the next few days. So here we go with, let's talk about the body here. So I still haven't sanded this down. What I need to do
Because if you guys remember when I was painting this,
so this is basically where I am not entirely sure about what happened, because I didn't remember. It had been a while since I had recorded it. So my version of what happened versus what actually happened, what you just saw, is a little bit different.
I didn't have it secured on the little Tamiya paint stand properly. And essentially what I was doing before was I had it kind of going this direction, and I had it taped down, but the tape failed and it flipped off and ended up rolling around in all the dirt and dust or whatever. There isn't a whole lot of dust in the paint booth, but you know what I mean. It ended up rolling around on the paper towels that I had in there, and just really kind of, if you could see it on the back here, just screwed up that back paint. And so one thing that I have learned from my mistake is to mount it this direction, and I added these. So the was the Dan Cave. I was watching his videos, and what he does is to help this kind of work better, he put a rubber band to hold these tabs down so they don't move. And then when he's painting his bodies and chassis and stuff, he's mounting it just like that, and then adding the tape to the sides just to really make sure that this isn't going to go anywhere. So that's one thing that I've learned, and I will be definitely utilizing that from now on. So just what I need to do is with, I think it was either 1500 or 2000 grit sandpaper, and just get it wet, and then I'll just kind of go over and sand the whole body down again. One of the nice things that this Tamiya paint is kind of doing is it's filling in some of these imperfections and scratch marks that I had. It seems to have done a pretty good job of filling in any of those little scratches that I might have had. But again, I'm just going to sand this whole thing down and reshoot it. And I hope to be doing that this week, and then getting the clear coat on it. And you can really see the difference in the hood. It might be a little bit dusty here, but the hood has a really nice finish to it, and I'm fairly happy with that. And all I really need to do with this is I might wet sand it a little bit, just because it has been so long too, and then just apply a little bit more of the color of that the metallic blue that I created by mixing a couple of the different Tamiya paints, and reshoot that a little bit, and then get the clear coat on it as well. So that's kind of where the body's at. Put that off to the side here. The chassis, so I have painted the whole bottom of the chassis kind of with the metallic-y color that I wanted for the frame. And then what I'm going to go and do is try to paint the underside kind of with a flatter black, and weather it up a little bit and kind of see how that turns out. But overall, the chassis is looking fairly good, and I'm pretty happy with the results on that. The engine, so I was experimenting, decided to go with, I had some extra color from that I had mixed up that I was trying to do for the interior, and the seats, I don't know, I was experimenting. It looks like crap, so I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. I might do I screwed up when I was painting it, but overall, I'm not too thrilled with the way that it looks, and I was just kind of experimenting, and I like this color on the engine block, so I'm going to keep it, but I need to finish detailing everything up and getting the engine complete and entirely put back together. And the red does look fairly nice by itself on the seats, but as you can see here, I ran out and I'm just gonna, there's no way I can duplicate that color. So what I'm gonna do is probably just end up mixing up a different color and going with that. And then I'll be flocking the interior tub. And the other big thing was the dashboard. I tried to do the dashboard in the same color, but I ran out of that color. And I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just shooting this with the airbrush rather than hand painting it, and I would need to get some of that finer detail just to make it pop. And I think what I'll do is I'll just end up painting it kind of like a black rather than the red color. So I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it. It's, you know, I was just experimenting with a few different things. This is another one of those kits where it was more just experimental, just to kind of get back into the hobby and seeing, you know, using different techniques. But it's been like 20 years since I've done a car model. So, you know, just getting back into the hobby and just experimenting with some things, and especially with learning airbrushing, I think this was a good cheap kit to kind of practice some of those things on. And I've definitely learned a lot, and I'm learning a lot from, you know, other channels like watching Doug's models and the Dan Cave, you know, and Scale Modeling channel. Just a lot of different techniques that I can glean from them and start using them on my own. But I wasn't going for accuracy or anything like that. Definitely just trying to get myself back into the hobby and getting more comfortable with some of those old skills that I had and learning some new ones.
I definitely was enjoying this build a lot from the very beginning, and then I've kind of fallen out with it just because of the issues I was having with painting and all that. But you know, I'm kind of at that point where I'm ready to pick it up again, finish the build, finish the interior painting, and getting the body all cleaned up and repainted, and trying again, basically. So I'm looking forward to all that.
Well, guys, that is the update on the GTO. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the great builds that are coming to the channel and any new content. And other than that, I will see you guys next time.